StreamYard today. Hi out there, it's Dr. Ali. I'm doing a quick peek in. I am getting ready. As you guys are popping in, make sure you say hi and let me know what part of the world you're joining us from. What part of the world are you joining us from? I got IG here, I got Facebook out here, but I need you guys to let me know where you're coming from, and also let me know on a scale of 0 to 10, or let's give it one because I don't like zeros. On a scale of 1 to 10, how confident are you with showing up on camera? Like if Good Morning America called you guys tomorrow and said, I need you to show up because I want to speak to you about what you do so well. How confident are you about showing up for it? And as you're putting that in 1 to 10, as you're letting me know, as you guys are popping in, hi, Nebraska is in the house. Hello, Nebraska. Nice to see you. All right. Oh boy, two. So who I will fake it until I'm confident enough. So let me know who is that speaking because you haven't registered with StreamYard. I can't exactly see. Oh, Kentucky is in the house. All right. I see you. I see you. All right, so Mary, congratulations. You went from a space where you were not feeling a nine when I spoke to you about a year ago. I love hearing this. This is super dope. Hey, Siobhan. Hey, guys. So yeah, I'm trying it again. And you guys are hearing me, so that's a good thing. So I literally just spoke to our guest. She is running a few minutes behind, but as she's running behind, I want to talk to you about you showing up. Oh, it's Jocelyn. Jocelyn, do you know I'm coming to Kentucky? I hope I can say it out loud. Do you know I'm coming to Kentucky? I am going to be coming out to Kentucky at the beginning of April. So please make sure you get a ticket for whatever Sakina is putting together for me. One of my masterminders is going to be out there, and I want to make sure that I am coming out. And whoever is in Kentucky, if anybody else is in Kentucky, come out and meet me. I have decided I'm going to be doing 5 different states, 5 different states within the next few months. I'm going to be going on tour. Oh my gosh, you guys get to hear it first because I literally was creating what does this visual of the tour looks like. Um, I'm going on tour. It's called the CEO Mompreneurs Live. I was debating between CEO Mompreneurs or Legacy Mompreneurs. I'm still back and forth. So you guys let me know which one you think you would go to. CEO Mompreneurs. It's called CEO Mompreneurs Live Content to Sales. That's it. Like y'all know I'm super simple. I didn't get any any magical any magical type of any magical type of subtitle. But for now, it's just content to sales because you guys already know that I speak about content, I speak about marketing, and I love to speak about sales. And most people who come to me, they're usually asking me questions in those two lines. Oh, you may be out of town. Oh, well, enjoy the 21st birthday. Maybe you could join us virtually. Maybe you can. Maybe you can't. I don't know. So yeah, we decided to do some things where we can actually go out into the community this year. I'm going to be in a few different places. So as I'm there, I will be putting together little pop-ups to meet with you. So at the end of March, it looks like I'll be in Maryland, the DMV area. So if you're in the DMV area or know someone that's in the DMV area, then definitely highlight that. I know in May, I will be in South Carolina at Hilton Head for our next retreat. Definitely in April, I'll be in, of course, Aruba, because y'all know I'm a Aruba babe. Trying to get out there to you, Zena, in LA. Yep, trying to get out there to you in LA. So just trying to, and definitely Michigan. So Michigan was definitely on the list of places that I want to go this year, where I want to do this CEO Mompreneurs Live, where I get together with some CEOs that are moms and we speak all about strategy, how to help you to navigate this thing called business, even with all the chaos that's happening around you, learning more about monetizing your gifts, learning more about your time management. How do we create that time? And I don't like to say time management. For those of you who already know me, I love to use the word time flow. More flow in our lives. Mary, I told you you need to send me more information for Nebraska. Like Sakina, who's one of my Elite Legacy Masterminders, she is so on it. She was like, "No, Dr. Ali, you are not gonna not come to Kentucky. So I'm going to create something. Here's the weekend. I have a few ladies here that will come out for some business strategy. They want some support in sales and visibility and marketing. So as a result of that, I decided that I'll just come out there and just have some fun. And y'all know, anytime I can, and especially now after the pan, I won't say the whole word, but after the pan, I think it's an honor for us to be around each other in person. I think it's great when we can actually masterminds, put our minds together, and create what are some of the things that you are running away from. One of the things I absolutely love about our legacy launchers, about our tribe, is that when we are together, we support each other's business, and we're busy giving information that you can't get by yourself. So because we're coming from that being by ourselves space, hi guys, and put your name down, because if you're not registered in StreamYard, I can't see you. Miosha's in the house. Shout out, Miosha. I'm literally 3 hours from some of your fam. Yes, I'll let you know when I'm in Kansas then. How about that, Mary? Because I definitely got to come out to Kansas. So how about that? We plan something around Kansas and I'll let you know. Wild Wild West, you make it worth the trip. What's the Wild Wild West? Is that California? You guys got me all over the place. They got me in California. They got me in Nebraska now. It's okay. I said five states. We know Maryland is definitely one because I spoke to Melly Mel, who'll be doing something for Cerebral Palsy Month. She'll be having a little event for her business, Advocacy Solutions of Maryland. So I'll definitely be going out there. Another one of my elite legacy masterminders. I know definitely I will be going out to the Lazarus retreat, but that's not all the way until November. So I will be out there in Florida. I'm actually coming out to Orlando in June. Some of you guys see I'm speaking in June. So I'm in a few different places. So let's put together our heads and see how we can support you best in where you are. And especially if you have a group of ladies that will like to learn some business strategies and are willing to come out and invest in themselves to learn more, then let me know and we can make it popping and happening. All right, this beach ball. Shout out to my mama Ismay who created this. Now we need to make sure that she is. Let me make sure. All right, great. So our guest, once again, if you missed it, I'm sorry. Once again, if you missed it, our guest, she's a mama, and she lives in Bahamas. Let me make sure I'm saying it right. Bahamas. And as much as she wanted to be here to be early, she couldn't. She sent me a message that said she had a little change in her schedule because as a mama, things like that happen. Hey, Mama Ismay. Oh, oh yeah, Mama Ismay. I don't know if that's her, but this is her cup. So for those of you who like your own branded cups, as we begin to speak about camera confidence, I'm gonna show you guys. This is my logo. All right, cool. Who's that? You guys gotta tell me who it is. Who is 2 hours from Orlando and Hilton Head? Or go sign up for StreamYard because I'm gonna be in StreamYard a lot. I don't know who's calling me. Anyway, so I met this amazing young lady in Bahamas about 2 or 3 years ago with Lisa Nichols. She's been on Bahamian TV for years. She is a brand strategist. She's been helping people with their confidence and their camera skills. She's also been helping people with their messaging. So with her, yes, with her strength and her ability to connect with people, it was such an honor when I said, "Hey, Star," I was just bigging you up. And I was letting them know because what I love about my tribe Star is, and for those of you who are on Instagram, then you need to come over on Facebook because Star is in Facebook. we're over here in Facebook. Come on over. Go to join.drally.com and you can catch us there. You guys got the behind the scenes preview. Now come join us in the Facebook group, or you can catch us on Stars of AnaSTARcia Facebook business page too. All right, so let me close this off so I can just focus on this direction. So what I was telling everyone is how we met. I was telling them how you're an incredible being that shows up in the beautiful island of Bahamas, but that your capacity to really create this camera love, camera vibe, camera confidence, that it's something that you don't really see. I don't see it regularly. I love your presence. I love your vibe. And she sent me a message and say, I'm doing the mama things, and mama things tend to change our days. How many of us out there are moms? Just type out mom. How many of us, as much as we plan, life happens. So type out life happens, right? Type out life happens, because we're so used to life happening. So I told her, no worries, take your time. Most important for us is that you get here safe. And we are the community where your kids could be running in the background, and you could be in the car if you have to. And it's just, so welcome her. Everybody say welcome, Star, um, to our lovely community. So Star, tell us a little bit about you, and when did you even get comfortable with the camera? Because
Well,
many of my tribe is so scared of the camera.
yeah. So the camera is my friend, and the camera is all of our friends. I think once we shift our perspective on it, right? But let me back up and say, Dr. Ali, thank you so much for having me, to your amazing community, for being tuned in today. Thank you guys so much. As Dr. Ali mentioned, crazy day. And us moms know those types of days. Like right now, my daughter's looking at me and she's about to get the stink eye because she knows I'm on camera right now, but she wants me to open some Valentine gift for her, right? And then I like get here. My son's like pulling at my skirt. He's 1.5, and I'm trying to set up, and the internet won't work. So I had one of those days. But that's the beautiful part about knowing that you're coming on camera, because all of you have had those days, Dr. Ali. And I think once I learned that, it's about sharing stories to just connect with people, about it's the shared human experience and how much we can make more people feel like they've been seen in our own stories, then the easier it is to get on camera. Camera is not about us. It is about the person that's on the other side that needs the message that we have to share. And so I've been blessed to just kind of rediscover that and to up my camera game as a result of it. But as Dr. Ali mentioned, my name is AnaSTARcia. You can find me online at Home of Stars. In addition to teaching camera confidence, I'm a transformational speaker. I host a television show here in the Bahamas, and I lead some amazing courses teaching women more about confidence as it relates to coming on camera, but also to speaking up in the bedroom, in the boardroom, wherever it is that you're going to be, speaking up and sharing. And then, of course, doing it in style, right? Making sure that you feel confident with how you dress and how you appear, so that you can kill it every time. And really looking forward to a conference that I've got coming up, Dr. Ali, that happens at the end of this month. It's called Speak and Lead, for maximum impact, increase, and influence. And really excited about all of the entrepreneurs and CEOs and CEOs that will join us for 2 days of just great learning about how to improve our speaking skills, our style, and our camera confidence.
Whoop whoop. Okay, so you guys met her partner in crime, which is Shar was here last week, and she shared a little bit about it. And I said, why not bring in the dynamic duo if so she can come and share. So last week, we really got in tune with our mindset and where we were. We learned more about minding our mind, spending time with ourselves. And now that we feel more confident, right? Type out the word confident. How many of us are owning our confidence in 2022? How many of us are ready to own our confidence in 2022? For those of us that want to write, no more hiding, no more hiding, right? No more hiding, because at the end of 2021, I asked my tribe, what is it that you want to do different next year? And they said, I don't want to hide anymore. I don't want to hide anymore. So just identify if that's you. Just say, Dr. Ali, I'm stepping on your toes. So as we are coming into this space, when did you first start to feel okay? Like, did you have the jitters? Did you feel like how some of these people are feeling right now, where you were scared of being seen? Talk us through some of that.
So I think my story is really interesting because I've always been a speaker. So I was the kid that wouldn't shut up in class, right? And so the teacher had to find something constructive for me to do, Dr. Ali. And what they would do is, I'd finish my work, I'd be talking and distracting all the other students. So they started giving me poems to memorize, lines for assembly that I needed to read. They started to put me in these contests, and it really was just a way to keep their classes organized. So I've grown up with being very confident on stage and being very confident in my speaking capacity. But Dr. Ali, my challenge has always been a connection beyond the facade of a stage, right? And so I can tell you something on stage, but if you want to talk to me after, I got nothing to say because I don't know how to interact and be seen for who I am, if that makes sense. And so just about like 4 years ago, I decided, one, I wanted to take speaking to the next level. So I wanted to make sure that it was something viable where I can build a living, build a community around it. Two, I wanted to speak for more than just me. So again, I think sometimes we do things in vain. So it's all about the vanity. How can I get more likes? How can I get more shares? But we're not getting at the core of the message, and how can we connect to more people? And then three, I wanted to be able to do the off the camera thing, like to show up and just meet Dr. Ali and have a great conversation with her and a great connection. And so that's where I was hiding. I was hiding by using the stage and the bright lights so I can keep people at a distance and say, yeah, I'm good on stage, but I don't need to talk to anybody after, right? And so I really had to work on terms of like, how do I appear in terms of intimacy? How do I show up in vulnerability? How do I get past hurts with other women and recognize that there's still this great community of women to love and to celebrate? How do I make sure that what I'm sharing on stage aren't other people's stories? Because I could tell you about what Martin Luther King said, and what Harriet Tubman did, and what Lisa Nichols said, and what Dr. Ali said. Can I share my own story? Am I comfortable enough with talking about me? And that is what I had to work on for the past 4 years, Dr. Ali, being comfortable enough in my own truth to be willing to share and to connect with others based on those things and not what Oprah said or Tyler Perry quoted, right? Like that's
Right.
the revelation for me.
And it's funny too, because sometimes we get so captivated by what others say and what others do, that because we get captivated in that space, we kind of release ourselves within the space. Some of us are trying to be like others when we show up. And when we're being like others, we're forgetting that, shoot, we're dynamic in who we are. So why are we trying to be like others? So I remember when I had my YouTube day. So I was blessed with a day to go and record all my videos at the YouTube studios in New York. I had John who came down, John Olivio, shout out. He came down to New York and we had a full day of recording. So they pressed play. I'm all dressed. I'm all decked. This is my YouTube day. I'm ready for this day. And I start with, hello, I'm Dr. Ali. And John was like, who the hell is this? So I'm like, what's the problem? So I'm there trying to be what in my head, what I'm supposed to sound like. And then he was like, no, that's not the Dr. Ali I know. So we recorded that, and then we did the retake with me just talking, just being myself. And he was like, bullseye. That's what's going to connect to your audience. Have you ever been in a space where you felt like you were trying to be others, and then you caught or heard yourself, or you saw yourself and you're like, who the heck is that?
Yeah, Dr. Ali, I think it's so common because we have this image of maybe perfection. We have an image of what we think it should be like, right? Like we all want to create a video. We want it to be a Beyonce video. Like we want to do a TED Talks, but it's got to be like, Maya Angelou would give a TED Talk, right? And it's cool. It's great to have heroes. It's great to have people that we look up to. But the challenge is that we're not going to see long-term connection with people if we aren't ourselves. So a part of it is,
Boom, 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 boom.
yeah,
Wait. Pause on that one. Let me let them. Let them absorb that. Somebody type that out because I need you to get that. You're not gonna have long-term connection if you are not being yourself, right? So let's really look at Dina said, yes, I'm an imperfect other. I can only be the best me. Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Star. What were you saying?
yes, Zena. And Zena, of course, is a sister on our campus, so I know Zena knows the truth. But even you can't, what I've had to learn over the past few years is that I want genuine connections, right? Even if we're talking about business. And so the conference is called Maximum Impact, Influence, and Increase. If you're going to have an impact on people, if you're going to be influential in their lives, if you're going to see that turnaround into financial gain, your tribe, your community is only going to be your ideal client, people that connect directly with you. If you come on stage and I give them Lisa Nichols, or I come on stage and I give them Dr. Ali, when it's time for that back end process to happen where we're connecting on a higher level to maybe exchange coaching or exchange some sort of courses, I'm not going to be able to deliver on Dr. Ali or Lisa Nichols because I'm none of them, right? And so everything that we've built together has been a facade. I can only keep that up for so long. But if I show up being me each time I come online, right? If I show up like today, I'm not wearing any makeup. And I tell people, we always get like all confused about being on camera because you think you have to be glammed up. No, people don't care about your face. They care about the voice, the story that's coming up from behind it. And so the more we can tell those genuine stories about ourselves, the more we can build from that, the more we can create from that. When my stories are real, I can find 10 blog posts in there. I can find 10 posts to put online from that, right? I can actually have a conversation with you about a journey and organizing yourself as a mother because because I'm talking from my heart, right? And so the quicker we learn that we are valuable, the quicker we learn that we will attract the people that are for us. And we don't have to worry about the numbers because we're only talking to one person in a million seats. And those people will come, but they can't come until we find ourselves and let them into who we are.
Ooh, ooh. Girl, you just came out like a spitfire. I'm usually the one on fire, and I'm just like, ow, ow. She just throwing flames. Somebody throw some flames out there because that's all I'm hearing. We can, we are, look, that's rich. It's better to be me than to be glam. We are valuable as we are. Beautiful. I love it. I love it. I love it. We have to show up as ourselves. The content comes from our real lives. As she mentioned, you can do one live, and I shared some of this with our Content to Cash Bootcamp this month. Our tribe has been focusing on content. That's why it was a beautiful time you were coming in now. Last week we showed that we actually practiced doing videos because some of them I don't want a TikTok, I don't want a Reels, but videos are what connects with people faster than a static picture. So we need to actually start showing ourselves and being more. So if I got to come and do it with you, then I said, okay, let's do it bootcamp style. I got my masterminders and some other folks that came in, and we actually went through step by step how to complete it. All right. So talk to us all about what you got coming up. Let us know a little bit more about that. And it's okay with the, like I said, my tribe is used to Zachary running through. I created because I used to stop. I wasn't showing up on camera because I was so nervous that Zachary was going to make sounds or I would have to be interrupted with the doorbell ringing until I just said, can I just create a tribe that I can just be me and Zachary could be himself? Everybody was like, ooh, I was looking for one of those.
Amen to that. And that's why I knew, like, even I was like, God, today of all days, I'm running behind. And I really try to organize my time so that this doesn't happen. Today is a mom day. Things happened. It is what it is. And I'm like, I'm so grateful I'm coming to a mom tribe because they're going to understand. But yeah, so I'm really excited about this conference that I'm doing with my good friend Charissa, who you guys would have met last week. It's called Speak and Lead, as I mentioned earlier before, and it's because Charissa and I are very fortunate to have a great history of speaking and leadership. Many of you may or may not know Dr. Miles Monroe, who is Charissa's father, and he has built this amazing academy of leadership tools. And Charissa, as his daughter, has been at his feet the whole time, just learning from him. I've had some great leadership experiences. I've had the opportunity to, travel the world as a youth ambassador for the Bahamas. I've had the opportunity to engage in many leadership conferences. I run my own business. And so there's lots of leadership learning failures that have pushed me forward over the years that we're combining to teach from a leadership side. But I'm really excited about the speaking side because the thing about leadership is that no leader can lead without being able to communicate effectively. Right. And no leader can connect. And see, the leadership actually comes from connection. It comes from people valuing you, trusting you. But that only happens the more you can communicate effectively. And it's one thing to build that culture within your, workspace or your team. But it's another thing to build that culture for global presence. Right. And the goal for us is that we impact as many lives as possible. So I want you to be able to speak to people, not just in your organization, but around the world. And the best way to do that is to start showing up and talking on blogs like this one with Dr. Ali and Facebook groups like this one with Dr. Ali, talking on your own Instagrams, doing those TikTok videos that you claim you don't want to do. The massive reach that you just get from videos on LinkedIn alone could really make you stand out in whatever industry it is that you're in. And so the goal for me for Speak and Lead is how do we get more people to show up being their most authentic selves, recognizing that they've got the talent within them if they just need a few things that can always help them to be consistent and showing up. And that's the techniques that I'll be showing, right? So I'll be using some of the techniques taught to us by our great coach, Lisa Nichols, on different ways you can communicate to draw audiences in. But I'm really also excited to talk about camera, to get some people and put them on the spot and have them do some activities to get them more comfortable with being on camera. I'm really excited to talk about style because so many women use the excuse of being afraid of how they look to not show up. And I want to say, well, no, like let's work on that because if there are scientific techniques to speaking, there are scientific techniques to getting dressed up and showing up and looking your best. And it doesn't have to cost you millions of dollars, right? Like there are just some simple things that you may not know. So I'm excited about those things, Dr. Ali, because this is really a time for people to just shine. One of the things I love so much about being in tribe with you, Dr. Ali, is that there's this freedom to be me. There's a freedom to be extra. There's a freedom to be, just enough. There's a freedom to be quiet. Like whoever you are, we embrace that. And I just want more people to be able to embrace that about themselves, to come into a room where they feel safe enough to be vulnerable, to share their stories, and then to learn how they can share those stories with other people to get that type of impact, influence, and increase that they've been seeking.
Oh my God, this can somebody write that down? Because this is the time where it's free to be me, because that's what resonated to me as all she was saying. And make sure you guys heart it up, make the comments, do all the things, share this out, tag your besties, do all the things that you know you need to do. Our tribe, we know how to do engagement. We worked on this. So the key about now is the time. Now is the time where it's free to be me. How many resonated with that? Because too many times we've been trying to be someone else, or not even trying to show up as you. But when you show up as yourself, you have the opportunity to just find your people who you will attract. Because not everyone is looking for the person that's dressed up. Not everyone's looking for the person with the perfect makeup. Or you guys know, in the summer, I did a lot of my lives in our CEO Mompreneurs group just walking. So I'm sweating and I'm walking. And then this month we're doing a 28 days live. So I'm on my Peloton a lot. Hello, getting my snatch back. I'm working on free to be me snatched back. I'm working on it. So I sometimes I just put on the camera and I just pedal and I talk. So I decided that in my space, what I want to attract are people who want to establish a business and want to take themselves to the next level while being themselves, and learning the simplified ways. How do we do both at the same time? This way, I'm getting my exercise in, I'm doing my content, because this was on my calendar. Please don't think I just popped up. This is content calendar. This was planned. This was strategy. So everything is within alignment of the little few hours, a few minutes I have. Anyway, so you guys see, I have the link at the bottom. Luckily, I had it from when Charissa was here. What I did not mention, which I'm so glad you brought back, was that Charissa's dad. I completely forgot she's of royalty. So thank you for bringing that back up. Make sure you go back to last week. And if you are needing some support in getting your mindset together, check last week, or go and check them at home. Speak and Lead. It's where you can get everything in one spot. It's virtual, so you don't have to be in the Bahamas. Although I wish that my passport was not out right now. Right now, my passport was expired. I was almost flipping out. I had to send it in, rush it. So I'm here praying it comes in time for my retreat in April. And then when Char was like, wait a minute, why are you not coming to Bahamas? I was like, girl, it's my passport. Y'all know I am quick for a quick weekend come down to come and support you. So if you can't be there in person, then we can be there virtually. Like I said, these are some amazing ladies. We're all part of a dynamic tribe of soul sisters who truly believe in the growth of humanity and the growth of humans. So what you're going to get from there are going to be, just unique tips and tools that you need to hear exactly at that time. So I also, if you guys have any questions, I'll open it up for one question, because we have about 3 minutes. Y'all know how I believe in honoring your time. I am big on honoring your time. Evelyn's renewing her passport. Great, Evelyn, because I need to see you at 1 hour of our Biz Beach retreat. Stop playing. We need to see you. Stop playing. All right. Zena says she got so much engagement yesterday, showing up in her fluffy robe. Right? Right? So Zena's been on the 28 days kick too. I've seen your engagement grow, Zena, just from, and that's from not being visible for a while. She took a break and she decided to come back, and come back with consistency. Talk about consistency. How hard is it for you to be consistent in this process?
So I love that you said that this was not like some fly-by-night decision that you made. You planned your strategy calendar. And I want to invite people. I actually have, if you go over to Home of Stars on Instagram and you click the link in my bio, there's a free webinar that I did that you can listen to, because there's an audio file for it. And it's just like 365 days of creating camera content. And it gives you all the ideas and all the ways to break down very simply, like, what video you're going to do today. And there's just like, we make it so complicated. If you want engagement alone, right? And of course, there's strategy to things. So you want to make sure that it's making sense long term, that it has something to do with what you offer. But if you just want to see your numbers increase, you go 28 days with Dr. Ali. You wake up and you tell people, good morning, guys. Just rolled out of bed, wishing you a good day today. Boom, that's a video in the algorithm. The algorithm sees it. If you do it again tomorrow, the algorithm sees it again. It spikes it, right? So the algorithm is only looking for consistency. And if you show up multiple days in a row, it will send the followers in mass numbers to you. The easiest way, guys, to do this is with reels. Like you can take actually static photos and create a reel, but the algorithm still reads it as a video. You can do a voiceover if you don't want to show up on camera in terms of you physically. But like all of that just contributes to the algorithm pushing you forward and more people seeing your content.
What like that show me story? Pushing you forward. Yes. All right, guys. So, like she mentioned, be consistent, show up, use reels, use video. Free to be me. Go out there. Make sure you are following her. Make sure you. She just gave, especially my content to cash boot camp. Make sure you jump on and go get that freebie because we can just add that to part of our content. Okay. So 365 days of video tip ideas. But most importantly, if this sounds like an event that you want to attend, there is access below. When you get there, make sure you shout out and tell them you're part of the CEO Mompreneurs tribe, so that they know that you coming from love, that you part of the family. Because we just, how we be loving people a little different when they're from family. You just tell them that just hashtag CEO Mompreneur, and they'll know that you're one of us. Zena said, I did a reel, but I didn't understand how to find it afterwards. We'll talk about that, Zena. Zena did her first reel last week in our
Good for you,
what I
Zena.
learned was that sometimes it's like the simplest process that some folks are having. They know about it, but they don't know how to do the mechanics of it. So why I created the boot camp was because I kept seeing so many people saying, I want to show up. I just don't even know how do I show up? Like, where's the record thing and where's the post thing and those simple things. So breaking it down at times for my tribe. I'm the simplified lady. I'm the educator. I'm the one that takes big and makes small. So it's
Zena, if you want to try something also really simple, go to canva.com. Dr. Ali, I'm sure you've taught them about that before. Yep. And Canva has you can type in reels in the search bar. Canva has ready-made reels that you just have to drag and drop your photo or video into. And once you save it and you go to upload it to Instagram, Instagram automatically knows it's a reel, and you don't even have to play with the Instagram or TikTok versions of creating it yourself. Canva does it for you. So just want to give you that tip in case that works easier for you.
Boom. I told you she's going to be dropping the inside tips. So shout out to AnaSTARcia. I can never say the last name. Paalacious?
No. Paalacious.
Oh, that does mess it up like bad. Not even a little bad, like bad. Paalacious. But now I got it. So thank you so much for taking some time out with us. Thank you for loving on our tribe. I hope you come back. You can tell we're a little intimate, but we kind of lovey-dovey up in here. And we will continue to support you. Anything you want to leave them with, any memorable words or things that you just felt like God put in your spirit to leave with whoever is here and are catching it on replay. If you're catching it on replay, make sure you hashtag replay.
Dr. Ali, I just want to thank you so much for having me. Like, this has been such a blessing. I'm so grateful. And so I really want to honor you, sister, and thank you for the space that you've created and the freedom to be a mom that's rushing and running behind and still being able to share. I celebrate that. And I want you guys to know, like, this is the greatest blessing for me that has come from my self-development work, having a sister like Dr. Ali. So do not stop, right? Like, Dr. Ali has created this amazing space for you. Someone is waiting for you to create an amazing space for them. And then you only can get these sorts of leverage and networks when you go into new spaces, when you come to new conferences, when you do new things. So years ago, I learned about this Chinese bamboo that takes 5 years before it even comes out of the ground. 5 years of watering, 5 years of sun, 5 years of dirt being piled on top before one shoot comes out. But the minute it shoots up, it grows like over 10 feet in a day, right? And so we've got that capacity as well. If we keep investing in ourselves, if we keep showing up, if we keep reaching out to one another. And I just want you to remember that you just have to be in the right space. Just get nurtured. Let it pour into you. You are a seed. Let it just soak on in. And in the right time, it's all going to come to fruition. It will all make sense. So that's it for me, Dr. Ali.
Peace and love, everyone. And we will catch you next time. Take care. Bye.
Bye.